Good morning. Good morning. Victory Monday, baby. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. And look, this might be the most sad, dilapidating Victory Monday that I can remember. And I'm going to tell y'all what's up. Listen, today's topic, John Harbaugh, Mickey D's, and Giro, they needs to go. They got to go. I'm sorry. At some point, you know what I'm saying, we got to stop making excuses for this coaching staff. Matter of fact, EDC can go too. All four of them. All four of them need to and just go. I'll be real with you, and what a lot of people don't seem to point out, the criticism that Lamar gets, we as a team, franchise-wise, has been horrible drafting wide receivers. Mark Andrews, there's a stat that came up the other day that Mark Andrews, if he gets another 100, he broke the record for most 100-yard games as like a Raven. And he only has like 9 or 10. I want you to think about that for a second. He broke that record from the tight end position. Most of the passing records Lamar's already beat. He's already beat him. That's why it's so funny to me, like how, like, I'll be real with you, and listen, I'm not into throwing people's names out, and I'll never do that. But there were Raven fans literally yesterday saying, oh, like when the Browns went and just scored on our defense quick, oh, that wasn't bad, Ravens D. That was just great, Browns O. I was like, what? And then when talking about the offense, they'll say offense and then put Lamar in parentheses because he's the entire offense, right? He showed us. Listen, they were getting pressure. The Browns were getting pressure with 3 people. They were getting definitive pressure with 4. If it was a blitz, kind of goodbye. The Ravens threw the ball yesterday 16 times. Sweet 16. That's all. And listen, a lot of people's like, oh, we do what we got to do to win, blah, blah, blah. Lamar Jackson is frustrated. For anybody that believes, oh, he's not, you know what I'm saying? You can see the frustration is starting to invade his outer character. Because every quarterback has to remain in character. They can't tell you what they're really thinking. They have to be the good soldiers. They have to represent the team. That's what they're paid to do. Mind you, he hasn't even been paid like that yet. But he still has to garner all of that responsibility. Right? That's what he has to do. Listen, I got some clips today. Oh, yeah, we got some clips today. And I'm going to be going through some. So I got 2 clips, and I'm going to show you each one of them. And you tell me what you think when you see it. Now, the first one I'm going to show, right, is Lamar at the press conference, right? Him right after the game, you know, and them asking him like, hey, you know, what's going on? Why such the lack of the passing game? So here it goes right here, and you tell me what y'all think about it.
Why was it hard to get a rhythm going in the passing game?
I mean, we went through the ball like 16 times. I wouldn't say a bad rhythm. You know, they made good plays. I got sacked on a couple. You know, I had to throw the ball, get the ball out fast. Went through the ball like 16 times, though, so I wouldn't say that. We had excellent runs, you know, so that's just what it was.
It's rare not to see Mark Andrews make a catch. What were they doing to him to make it difficult to get him the ball?
They're just scheming up defense, you know, to take away Mark, really. 2 guys guard Mark sometimes, in and out in certain plays. That's just what they did. And some, like I said, we went through the ball 16 times, so some plays wouldn't go to him, went to other guys.
Why was it?
And hey, yo, check this out. I want everyone to understand where I'm coming from with this, right? There goes the clip. You heard them. They were like, hey, why the lack of, passing continuity? He's like, threw the ball like 16 times. He was like, yo, we threw the ball like 16 times. And on top of throwing the ball 16 times, right? On top of that, I took sacks, meaning the O-line was giving up pressures, right? Without saying it, right? And Mark was double or triple teamed. Listen, I want to point out to y'all to this. There were plays where there was only one receiver on the field. It was all offensive linemen, one tight end, Bateman. Y'all think that that's effective football in today's game? And this is my problem. I told y'all this. I said, look, if Lamar Jackson is our wishing well, right? Usually they say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We need you to be a magician. And they go to the wishing well, which is Lamar, and they pray, oh, please, please make a miracle happen, right? And then, they expect that miracle to always happen. They can always just generate that miracle. And for the few times the wishing well doesn't come up with a miracle, they curse the wishing well. Thank God Gus Edwards was back today. I have a question for y'all. How would this have looked if Gus wasn't in the picture? You get where I'm coming from? So I'm not tripping. And it's like some of y'all just need to be slapped because it's like y'all don't understand it. It's like y'all can't grasp that notion of saying, yo, this man is coming off of injury. He got the bulk load of the carries and he was amazing. Amazing, to say the least. Gus the Bus is back. But we thought the same thing about JK the other day. JK's back on IR. You see where I'm coming? You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this, right? Look, if I'm Lamar, I'd be very frustrated. How many targets they came out and said dude was supposed to have and be more an integral part in this offense. He was less a part of this offense than he was last week. How do you no, seriously, I want to know this. How do you take Duve and Bateman off the field? They spread the field. There should never be a case when you're not at the goal line, right, that you don't have at least two receivers on the field. We're doing that consistently yesterday. One receiver. No receivers. Hey, yo. So they already know it's a straight run play. We are running this. There is no way that this could be a quick check down to the flat, to a wide out, you know what I'm saying? Just a fire route. Just, you know what I'm saying? They throw their hand up and it's open, just throw it to them, let them go get yards. It's like an extended handoff pretty much. The Cowboys, when they had Dez Bryant and Miles Austin, made it famous. Like, as soon as he would see, like Tony Romo would see the defense backing up, the cornerback, he would just flick it right to the wide receiver, go pick up some yards. It's an extended run play. It's extended handoff. Listen. And the worst part is y'all like numbers. So y'all gonna be like, oh, Nitro's exaggerating. It wasn't that bad. So I got the numbers right here, right? Just so for some of y'all that think I be tripping, right? Because a lot of y'all be thinking I'm tripping. So here it goes. Duvernay played 66% of the snaps. 66. That's him being more involved. Bateman only played 56. Your number one receiver barely played half the snaps. And you know what the worst part is? I don't want to hear, oh, we're putting him on a pitch count. Because if he's on a pitch count, then what's the excuse for not having Duvernay in? DeMarcus Robinson was only in for 23% of the snaps. 23%. That's all. Likely was only 11. And for the Prochet fans, he was in for 12. That's it. That is it. Bro, there's a problem with that. Don't you get it? Like, yo, and that's my thing. They're like, oh, but we won the game. You think that's sustainable? Y'all think that's sustainable? Honestly. Do you really think that that's something that can just be replicated every single Sunday? No, it can't. That's why we almost forfeited the lead yesterday. For that stuff, you have to play almost flawless football. Flawless. This is the NFL. The other team can make plays too. It's very hard to be flawless in an NFL game because there's professionals on the other side of the ball. It's sad, bro. 1-man routes, 2-man routes. Hey, we couldn't even stop the pass rush with max protection. With max protection. So the O-line was trash. But y'all don't want to say that. No. It's Lamar. Lamar. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'd be tired of it too. You saw it in that press conference. He's frustrated. And I would be too. I don't get all of the praise when we win. Oh, Greg Roman called a great game. John Harbaugh's such a great, but when they lose, it's your fault. If it looks ugly, it's your fault. You, Lamar. And on top of it, you don't deserve that money. Seriously? That's where we're at. And I'm not even done. Hey, yo, I'm not done. There is another one. I got another vid for y'all. Check this one out. So this was after, I guess, somebody had went on the Instagram and caught it and saw it and then posted it, about them asking, what was happening on there. And the only thing he said was, you guessed it. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let y'all view it and hear for yourselves. Check this out, right? Here it goes right here.
On them fourth downs, what Greg Roman calling, man? Like we in the goal line, bro. Come on, bro. You feel me? Like you like, dog, you nice as shit, cuz you can hit him with a read option or a touchdown, bro. Come on, bro. Already.
Hey, yo, you see what I'm saying? Like, he's frustrated. He's like, yo, that's G-Ro. Don't ask me. And that's the thing. Even for G-Ro's lack of play calling, he gets the short end of the stick. There's no way you can look at this team and think that they can make a Super Bowl run right now. There's no way. Unless there's a drastic change, there's no way you can look at this team and think, oh my God, they could just make a run. Because there's nothing that heads that would make you believe that. There's nothing. Nothing. Your number one receiver barely played half the snaps. Your number two receiver barely played half of the snaps. What are you doing? Like, what? You can only... Hold on. Let me check something else, because this is how I'm going to end. This is what I'm going to end it on. Let me make sure I'm checking this properly on this other thing, right? Ricard played 88% of the snaps. 88. There were only 4 players that played 100%, right? That was Lamar Jackson, of course, Tyler Linderbaum, Zeitler, and Powers. They played 100% of all the snaps, right? It was 64 snaps. They played 100% of them. Ricard played in 88% of them. The only other person that was higher than him, or on his level, was Mark Andrews at 88%. Do you know what 88% means, a snap play? That means he's only coming out for a breather. That means, yo, I just did a big run. Give me a blow real quick. I need a breath. I need to catch my breath. Put someone else in for a second. That's what 88% means. He's playing almost 100% of the game. They're even scheming him open for plays. You'll scheme him open before you scheme open Duve. You'll scheme him open before you scheme up Bateman. you'll scheme him open more before this game before you'll scheme up Mark Andrews? Or likely? And I'm tripping? The plot thickens. I'm telling you. Hey, yo, it's going to get bad. It's getting hot in here. I'm telling you, it's getting hot in here. I'm telling you. Because something's going to have to give. And I already know how some of you Raven fans are, who are going to be like, no, whatever the front office does, it's from God's mouth to their mouth. So we know where you guys are going to be at. But for some of us that want to win a Super Bowl in this decade, something has to give. I repeat, something has to give. Because if not, you are going to lose the most influential player that this organization has ever had. We a shout out to Ray Lewis all you want. The quarterback is the premier position. And he plays quarterback. And I'm speaking of Lamar Jackson. Don't you guys get it? This is not the 90s. You know what the problem is right before I close? We won Super Bowls predicated on defense. So we have adopted this mindset of underdog. And people have become comfortable and even believe that that's the only way this organization can win. Not understanding or realizing that it takes, in today's era, an elite quarterback to get you there. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's just is what it is. Now, are there going to be exceptions to the rules where you can have a good quarterback or a serviceable quarterback and do it? Yeah, like Jimmy G. But you have to get hot at the right time. The players around him have to be immaculate. Deebo Samuels is immaculate. Their tight end is immaculate. They had the best left tackle in the league. He played immaculately. Their defense was immaculate. Special teams was immaculate. That's what I mean. And you saw what happened with the Rams. They had to pretty much, for them to win with that QB, they had to give him some of the most talent on one team that we've seen in a while. Defense and offense. He had talent galore to win that title last year. When you don't have that quarterback. When you don't got that guy. Look, that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. I'm happy because nobody can steal my joy, but frustration still sets in. When you really love, your team, you want to see your team succeed, and you're seeing them just constantly just hit their head against the wall. For what reason? Just have some common sense. But thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but once again, you're here with me, and I appreciate that, and I love you guys. Please remember, like and subscribe, right? And hit that notification bell. Bing! But, that was another episode, and we're almost at episode 50. Can you believe it? But we're going to keep coming with this content. You feel me? Once again, I love you guys. And listen, I know y'all love being here with me, but you got to go because I have to go. So I'm out. And y'all knows my slogan. Peace. And God bless Lamar. Yerp.